Here we are. Shit. There's nobody in the chat, but I should. Let's check. Is the stream up and running like it should be? Nobody in the chat, but I should. Let's check. Is the stream up and running like it should be? Yes, sir. So I've done shit since 15th. I have not been doing shit. Like I've just been like hella procrastinating. It's all on me, Taisha. There was no like urgency that came up that stopped me from going live and doing work. It's just me being me and me wasting time. Genuinely, like having to leave this one day because of the Diwali stuff kind of fucked me up, but I won't say that was the only thing. It was also me. I could have just like recuperated and have all these days fixed, but whatever, dude. We back, probably. I mean, I'm not sure how consistent I'm going to be with these studies. I should be more consistent, but at this point, I'm not really. So fuck that. Okay, I need to be more consistent, bro. I'm actually letting go, which is not good. So, for me, like today's plan was genuinely to just like dive into Spring. I've been doing Java and Elite Code for a lot of days, but I feel like today I'll just like dive into Spring because I feel like if I have like a project I am building, I would be more like motivated to do the work daily. If I'm just like going to solve questions that I don't really like solving, and I'm also going to just take notes on stuff I've already done before as like a revision type stuff, it's just not motivating for me to like get up every day and start something. So that's why I'm going to be doing that's why I'm going to be doing Spring from today onwards. So at least like one thing of the day would be to my project and the other thing I would just grind out. So if it's like enough motivating to me that like if one of the sections is going to be something that I really want to do, then yeah. But I feel like the project building stuff is gonna start like way later on in this project, man. So I have done section 1 already previously, and I started section 2. Let's start from here actually.
As of now, inside this course, we talked about all the basics of Spring Fortisan Maven install. Let me try to give a quick introduction about what is a Maven. Maven is a build tool for the Java ecosystem applications. Very similarly, we also have other build tools like Gradle. So Maven and Gradle are the most commonly used in this course. Now here you may have a question like what is a build tool? Whenever we're trying to application, which scenarios we're going to use and application and download all tasks that are down on this download option that we have, the extraction location and operating system for the same Maven. So let me click on this OK. And apart from the user variables, we should also update the I'm going to run the Maven installed inside their applications, web applications. With this small achievement and prior, most commonly used build applications inside Java ecosystem.
So why should I get Maven? Like when my IDE can just handle that. So I've been using Eclipse on my laptop. The question is, should I also use IntelliJ and Eclipse?
System. And if you're a new developer who is looking to select an IDE for your career, then in the previous lecture, we installed and set up Maven inside our local system. And like you can
should I start with Maven? Oh, yeah, let's just start with Maven, bruh. Fuck it.
Java ecosystem. But since Maven is at the very first place compared to the Gradle, I am going to use Maven as a build tool inside this code. Download and install a Maven inside our local system. For the same, let me go to the official website of Maven. So this is the official website of Maven. Which is maven.apache.org. Here, if you can click on this download option that we have, the download page will be displayed. If you can scroll down here, we can download the Apache Maven.
There's a download thing you talk about, bruh. So where did it talk about download? Scroll down here. Download. Download.
In various formats. If you are using Windows operating system based laptop, then you can use this .zip format. So there are two .zip formats, one which has only the binaries, the other one which has both binaries and source files. And similarly, if you are using Linux based or Mac based laptop, then you can download these .tar files. But since I'm using Windows based operating system, I'm going to download this .zip file. Since I don't want any source files of Maven, I'm simply going to download this binary zip archive file. This will download Maven binary into my local system. Let me go to the download folder location. Like you can see here, the file is downloaded. Now I have to extract this file. For the same, I'm going to right click and click on this extract all, and I'm going to extract in the same folder location. The extraction is completed. Like you can see, I have a folder, and inside this folder, I have all the libraries related to the Apache Maven. Now we have successfully downloaded the Maven. Let me open the command prompt inside
But I
my
need to
laptop.
download the zip. Why am I downloading an exe then, bro? Wait a minute, bro. Like I think I downloaded something wrong, bro. Yeah, here I needed to download, bro. Why I download the exe though? What did you
On this
download?
download option that we have, the download page will be displayed. If you can scroll down here, we can download the Apache Maven in various formats. If you are using Windows operating system based laptop, then you can use
Wait, I downloaded IntelliJ. Okay, that's
this
alright.
.zip format. So there are two .zip formats, one which has only the binaries, the other one which has both binaries and source files. And similarly, if you are using Linux based or Mac based laptop, then you can download these .tar files. But since I'm using Windows based operating system, I'm going to download this .zip file. Since I don't want any source files of Maven, I'm simply going to download this binary zip archive file. This will download Maven binary into my local system. Let me go to the download folder location. Like you can see here, the file is downloaded. Now I have to extract this file. For the same, I'm going to right click and click on this extract all, and I'm going to extract in the same folder location. The extraction is completed. Like you can see, I have a folder, and inside this folder, I have all the libraries related to the Apache Maven. Now we have successfully downloaded the Maven. Let me open the command prompt inside my laptop. So here, to validate if my Maven installation is successful or not, I can run a command mvn -version, which will show the
I mean, it won't show until you add in the.
version of Maven that is installed inside my system. But like you can see here, my operating system is not able to recognize Maven command. Whereas if I try to run the same command by going into the bin folder of Apache Maven, and here I'm going to open the command prompt. Here, if I try to run the same command, which is mvn -version, it is showing me what is the Maven version that right now I have inside my local system. But previously it was not showing because we are trying to run the Maven command from a different location. And since my operating system not able to find the Maven
The fuck, nigga? The Java home memory was not defined correctly.
which will show the version of Maven that is installed inside my system. But like you can see here, my operating
What the fuck? Fuck, boy. Damn. This shit tough, boy. I know that, but I've not added that yet. This should work out, right? Oh, because I don't have Java installed, right? Okay, I can only install Maven after I install Java, right? Fuck. I need to do all those things in my fucking thing. Bro. Like on this PC, I don't have anything since this is a new PC. And I did all my coding stuff on my laptop. Um, now we need this version 8. Does this mean online and offline? Probably this is the one that I need. I would also need to add Java in my path thing, bro. That's about. Where did it say downloaded it? There, I think C drive, program files, Java, JRE, bin. Right? If I go here and do CMD, would it recognize Java like this? Ah, cannot see. Okay, bro. Fuck it, bro. How to install Java? I think I just need to how to add Java path. Like is like Java home.
Hi guys, let's navigate to the Java environment, Java home environment variable
Here.
in this video.
Why is it JRE here but not JDK here, bro? JRE is inside of JDK, bro. Where the fuck is my JDK?
Alright, so look at here, I have already installed JDK 1.8 and typically it is installed in program file.
Bro, I think I did not, bro. What the fuck did I did download then, bro? Bro, why did I just download the Java runtime environment, bro? Like, what? How is that even possible without? What is this, bro? Like, what did I just download, bro? How can you just download the JRE, bro? What? Bro, how to install and set up Java, bro. How that shit, bro.
Hello everyone, I welcome you to my channel. So happy new year all. So today I'm going to show you how to install Hello everyone, I welcome you all to GeekyScript. Today I'm going to show you how to install latest version of Java JDK 25 on your Windows operating system. And after that I'll show you how to use this latest version of Java JDK 20 official site, macOS and Windows. So you're going to download it for Windows. I'm going to switch to Windows tab and I'm going to click on this x64 MSI link. So corresponding to that we have this link, so I'm going to click on that. So once you click on that, it's going to immediately start downloading your latest version of Java, that is Java 25. So I have already downloaded it, so that's why I'm going to cancel this. I'll minimize my browser, I'll go to my download directory, and here you can see that latest version of Java JDK 25 is already been downloaded over here. And the file size is 181 MB. So to install, just simply double click on that installer. So welcome to Java SE Development Kit installation wizard. So you can minimize your download directory and here just simply click on next. So this is where our Java is going to be installed, totally fine. You can keep it default, or if you want to change, you can always click on this change button and you can point it to some other directory. I'm going to recommend you to put it on C drive and program files only. Alright, so just after that click on next. It's going to ask you for administrative privileges, click on yes. And our Java SE Development Kit is rightly started installing. And there you go. So you can see that our Java is rightly installed. Java JDK 25. So just simply click on close. So for that into see that our Java is rightly installed. Java JDK 25. So just simply click on close. So now that you know that your Java is rightly installed, it's time to set up Java environment. So for that, you need to go to search and to type environ. So that will show you this edit the system environment variable. So just click on that. So that's going to open the system properties window. So click on environment variable and that's going to open this environment variable window. Here you have to click on path and to click on edit. So that's going to show you this edit environment variable window. Here you have to paste one new path. So to get that path, you need to go to your C drive and you will get this program files over here. So go inside that and you will get a Java folder getting created over here. So go inside that and you will get this latest JDK version 25 folder also created over here. Again you need to go inside and you will get a bin folder. So go inside and this is the path that you need to copy. So select this path, right click and copy this path. Now you can minimize this and here just simply click on new and right click and paste that C program files Java JDK 25 / bin folder path over here. That's it. Now click on OK. So that's how you set the environment path. Next step that you need to do is you need to create a Java home. So for that just simply click on new and that will open this new system variable window. Here you need to just simply type Java underscore home and in variable value just right click and paste that path over here. But this time remember to delete this bin folder path. You need to only keep till JDK 25. So that is at the time of making of this video. So just keep it like that and click on OK. Then again OK and then again OK. So after doing all these steps, you just know that you have successfully installed Java. So now it's time to verify it. So just go to search and type cmd to open your command prompt, and within command prompt, if you just simply type java space dash dash version and hit enter, you are going to get this type of prompt. See, it is coming Java 25 and then the LTS version, right? So if you are getting this type of prompt, then all that basically means is you have successfully installed Java. So now that you have successfully installed Java, it's time to do a bit of Java programming. So let's
recognize maven command. Whereas if I try to run the same command by going into the bin folder of Apache Maven, and here I'm going to open the command prompt. Here, if I try to run the same command, which is mvn -- version, it is showing me what is the Maven version that right now I have inside my local system. But previously it was not showing because we are trying to run the Maven command from a different location, and since my operating system not able to find the Maven command,
I'm
it is
so
throwing an
hungry
error. So
right
let me show you
now.
inside this bin folder there is an mvn command that I'm trying to invoke, but every time it is not going to be possible for me to come to this folder and open the command prompt and then execute the Maven commands. So to resolve this issue, we need to set this Maven path inside the environment variable so that I can run the Maven commands from any location inside my system. For the same, what we can do is I can take this Maven downloaded folder and go to the C drive. Inside my C drive, I'm going to paste the same folder. Like you can see here, the Apache Maven 3.9.1 is pasted successfully inside this C drive. Now I can open this and I can go to the bin folder, and this is the path that I need to configure inside the environment variables of my operating system. For the same, I'm going to click on the Windows button inside my keyboard. Here inside this search box, I'm going to type edit, and like you can see, as soon as I click edit, I have multiple options. So edit environmental variables for your account and edit the system environmental variables. I'm going to click on this edit the system environmental variables, and in this pop-up window, I need to click on this environment variables. As soon as I click on that, you can see as of now I have all these environmental variables including Java home. Very similarly, we need to create a new environment variable. So the variable name is going to be maven underscore home, and the variable value will be the path where you have bin folder located inside your Apache Maven. So let me click on this OK. And apart from the user variables, we should also update the path variable inside the system variables. So this is the path variable. Let me click on this edit button. Towards the end, I can make a new entry of Apache Maven. So let me click on this new button, and I'm going to paste the Apache Maven home path. So with this, I can click on this OK, and I can close all these windows. Now let me open the command prompt, and this time I can open the command prompt from any location. So like you can see here, right now my command prompt is not pointing to the bin folder location.
Wait a minute, why is it not showing like it was showing before?
and I'm going to run the command which is maven --- version. This time, let me click on this new button and I'm going to paste the Apache Maven home path. I have multiple objects environment. As of now, I have environment
variables for modern percent.
variable. So the variable name is going to be maven_home, and the variable value will be the path where you have bin folder located inside your Apache Maven. So let me click on this OK. And apart from the user variables, we should also update the path variable inside the system variable.
Hang on.
So this is the path variable. Let me click on this edit button.
Okay.
And towards the end, I can make a new entry of Apache Maven. So let me click on this new button and I'm going to paste the Apache Maven home path. So with this, I can click on this OK and I can close all these windows. Now let me open the command prompt, and this time I can open the command prompt from any location. So like you can see here, right now my command prompt is not pointing to the bin folder location.
Is it Apache Maven home path? Bro, what?
And I can make a new entry of Apache Maven. So let me click on this new button and I'm going to paste the Apache Maven home path. So with this, I can click on this OK.
He just did the bin again and he's called it the home path. Is this guy retarded on them? Okay. Maven home. Edit. Maven.
And I can close all these windows. Now let me open the command prompt, and this time I can open the command prompt from any location. So like you can see here, right now my command prompt is not pointing to the bin folder location, and I'm going to run the command which is maven --- version. This time you can see there is no error. You are getting a successful message saying that Apache Maven 3.9.1 is installed inside the system. This confirms that your installation of your Maven is successful. I strongly recommend you to validate all these steps and make sure the Maven is installed inside your system. Some IDs like Eclipse and IntelliJ IDE, they have an embedded Maven installed inside their applications, but I still strongly recommend installing Maven inside your system. That will give more control in managing the Maven dependencies inside your web applications. With this small achievement and pride, let's close this lecture and I'll catch you in the next lecture. Bye.
Bye. He said bye. Shut up, boy. Like, what? Bye. Okay, I downloaded IntelliJ already.
And like you can see here on the screen,
the
this
file.
is the GitHub repository of this course. Inside this GitHub repository, I uploaded all the Maven projects at regular milestones. At the very start of the course, we start
Nobody
with a
asked,
simple
bro.
Maven
Like,
project with the name
teach
example
us
1.
what
And
we
inside this
asked,
example
bro.
1, we are going to discuss about how to create new beans with the help of Spring Framework. Very similarly, like you can see, there are multiple Maven projects uploaded inside this GitHub repo, and I have uploaded more than 50 Maven projects. With this, it should be very clear to you that we are going to build Maven-based web application inside this course. With that clarity, the very next question that you may have is how to create a Maven project so that we can get started with the creation of beans inside the Spring Framework. To clarify the same question, inside this lecture, I'm going to show you how to create a Maven project. Whenever we want to create a Maven project or any Java classes, obviously there is always a hard way or hard approach with the help of terminals or command prompt. But in real time, developers will never follow creating the classes, creating the projects manually. Instead, they leverage the tools called integrated development environment. In short form, we call them as IDEs. And whenever we talk about IDEs, there are multiple tools available inside the Java market. But here you may have a confusion which one to choose or which one to master. Though they work in very similar manners, it is always advisable to stick to one ID and master the same. To give some guidance around this, I have a developer survey report which I downloaded from the web. And inside this Java developer survey report, which is conducted by the JRebel team, they ask developers around the world which Java ID they are using. And like you can see here, the response, it's very clear. 42% of the developers, they are using IntelliJ IDE, followed by Eclipse, followed by VS Code. From this survey results, IntelliJ IDEA is a clear winner. I'm also using this IntelliJ IDEA personally over the last few years. That's why inside this course, I'm going to use IntelliJ IDEA since this is going to be used by majority of the developers throughout the world. But if you're already familiar with Eclipse, VS Code, or NetBeans, or any other IDE, feel free to use the same. I don't want to force you to switch to the IntelliJ IDEA because all these IDEs, they work in very similar manner. The features that they provide also very similar. But if you are new to this Java ecosystem and if you're a new developer who is looking to select an IDE for your career, then I would request you to go with the IntelliJ IDEA. So in order to use this IntelliJ IDEA, first we need to download this from a website. For the same, we can go to this jetbrains.com. This is the website. Under this website, if you can click on this developer tools, under these developer tools, like you can see, there are multiple products available. Like if someone want to build Python-based web applications, they can use PyCharm, and JavaScript-based web applications, they can use WebStorm. Similarly, for Go language, there is a Golang. But since we are going to build Java-based web applications, we can click on this IntelliJ IDEA, and inside this page, there is a download option. So let me click on this. Inside IntelliJ IDEA, the website, under this website, if you can click on this developer tools, under these developer tools, like you can see, there are multiple products available. Like if someone want to build Python-based web applications, they can use PyCharm, and JavaScript-based web applications, they can use WebStorm. Similarly, for Go language, there is a Golang. But since we are going to build Java-based web applications, we can click on this IntelliJ IDEA, and inside this page, there is a download option. So let me click on this. Inside IntelliJ IDEA, there are two versions. One is Ultimate version, the other one is a Community Edition version. Ultimate is a paid version. Usually, when you start working inside organizations, they may provide Ultimate license to you, and you can start leveraging the Ultimate version. But inside this course, we are going to use Community Edition because that is free to download and use. So that's why let me click on this Community Edition download option. Since I'm on the Windows operating system, I'm downloading this .exe. If you are onto the Mac or Linux, you can choose the corresponding option. I'm using the Community Edition version for many years, and I never see there are certain limitations with this free version. But having an Ultimate version will always improve your productivity. But like we discussed, Ultimate is a paid version. If you can buy it, go ahead and do the same. With this, the download of IntelliJ IDEA is completed. Let me click on this install icon. Here inside this pop-up, I'm going to click on next. I'm going to click on next, next again. I'm going to click next again. You can keep click on this next button, and at last you will get install option, which you can click. And with that, the installation of always improve your productivity. But like we discussed, Ultimate is a paid version. If you can buy it, go ahead and do the same. With this, the download of IntelliJ IDEA is completed. Let me click on this install icon. Here inside this pop-up, I'm going to click on next. I'm going to click on next again. I'm going to click next again. You can click on this next button, and at last you will get install option, which you can click. And with that, the installation of the IntelliJ IDEA Community Edition will start. Let's wait for a few seconds. After a few seconds, the installation is complete. Before clicking on this finish button, let me select this run IntelliJ IDEA.
Did not take a few seconds, bro. Wow, this guy lying to me, bro. Like, lying for fun. Bro, how long is this gonna take, bro? Like, oh, buddy. It should not take that long at all, bro. Oh.
Community Edition checkbox, and now I'm going to click on this finish button. That will open the new ID that we have installed just now. Let's give a few seconds for the ID to open. Like you can see, the ID is open, and here we can click on this new project option. So let me click on this. The new project name that I want to give here is example1, and this project I want to be saved inside an D drive location, and I'm going to select this D drive and click on this. You can see the ID is open, and here we can.
Wait a minute, is my keyboard working fine today for no reason? No, that whatever.
The ID to open. Like you can see, the ID is open, and here we can click on this new project option. So let me click on this. The new project name that I want to give here is example1, and this project I want to be saved inside an D drive location, and I'm going to select this D drive.
Learning Raj.
And click on this OK. Inside this D drive location, I want my ID to create a folder with the name Spring. So all the examples that we are going to discuss inside this course.
C D. What's the difference between C and D for me, bro? That's D is the elements, right? And yes, C, studies, documents, new folder, coding, rename. But how do I rename the file? Java coding.
I'm going to create under this location. The very first Maven project that we are going to create is going to have the name example1. With that, we can go to the next options. The language, obviously, we want to use Java, and the build system, we want to use Maven. Like I was telling
Bro, he did not ask me Java, bro.
before, Gradle is also one more build tool. But here, since we decided to use Maven, I have selected this Maven option. And the JDK version that I want to use here is JDK 17. Because it is a stable and long-term support version. But in future, if you see a different LTS version like 21, feel free to select the same. But the
LTS version. I mean, my one was LTS as well, though, in JDK 25.
minimum requirement for this course is JDK 7 because course is going to be built based upon the latest versions of the Spring Boot and Spring Framework, and these latest versions they need JDK 17. I don't want any sample code to be generated, so I'm unchecking those. And under the advanced settings, we need to give the group ID and the artifact ID. Group ID means whenever an organization want to create multiple projects, they can group all of them with the same group ID. Usually the organizations they give a domain name like com.easybytes. So since my organization is easybytes, I'm using this com.easybytes. If you're working in Google, you can choose com.google. And artifact ID is the name of this particular Maven project that you are going to create. Like you can see whatever name you have given in the top, the same name is going to be used under the artifact ID. So in future, whenever you're trying to build a different Maven project with the name example2 or example3, you can group all of them with the same group ID, which is com.easybytes. So that indicates to someone that all these Maven projects, they belong to a same organization with the name easybytes. How this com.easybytes name convention came is, usually organizations, they'll have their website domain name like google.com, facebook.com, which is unique to their own organization. So instead of giving google.com or easybytes.com, we are going to reverse the domain name like com.easybytes. So that's a standard we need to follow for group ID. So now I can click on this create option. With that, a new Maven project is going to be created. So like you can see, pom.xml is open. So by default, you can see it is having a dark theme. If you like different theme, we can change the theme as well. To change the theme of the ID, you can go to the file settings, and under this setting,
Oh, JDK looks so different from like JDK like IntelliJ looks so different from the last time I used it. Like, what is this? Like, why does it look so different, bro? The fuck?
you can click on this up here. Whenever you're trying to build a different Maven project with the name example2 or example3, you can group all of them with the same group ID, which is com.easybytes.
Last
So
time I
that indicates to
used
someone that all these Maven projects
IntelliJ was
belong
in
to the
like
same organization with the name
2023.
easybytes. How this com.easybytes name convention came is, usually organizations, they'll have their website domain name like google.com, facebook.com, which is unique to their own organization. So instead of giving google.com or easybytes.com, we are going to reverse the domain name like com.easybytes. So that's a standard we need to follow for group ID. So now I can click on this create option. With that, a new Maven project is going to be created. So like you can see, pom.xml is open. So by default, you can see it is having a dark theme. If you like different theme, we can change the theme as well. To change the theme of the ID, you can go to the file settings. Under this setting,
My shit does not have file, bro. My shit does not have a fucking thing. Oh yeah, file. This is a file. Okay. Okay. I like that actually. File settings. He said.
you can click on this appearance and behavior. So let me click on this appearance. So as of now, the theme that it has is Dracula. So I want to change this to IntelliJ Light so that everything will convert into light color. But if you are a developer who likes the dark color, you can go with the theme that gives dark color. And very similarly, as of now, you can see the font looks very small. Since I'm recording, I want to make sure you're able to see the code clearly. That's why I want to increase the font size. For the same, we can go to this editor. Under this editor, we have font option. And as of now, the size is 13. So let me increase this 16 and see if this is looking good. So let me click on this. Okay. So with 16, the font size looking better. So now you can see there is a file called pom.xml under the Maven project that we have created. So there is a predefined folder structure also that every Maven project will have. Under this Java folder, we need to create all our Java classes, and any property files or any other non-Java related files you can keep under the resources. And similarly for testing related files, you can keep under this test folder. Coming to this pom.xml file, like you can see inside this file only, we need to define all our
Wait a minute. Wow, there's no test folder in my shit, bro.
Maven project that we have created. So there is a predefined
Oh, in SRC.
folder structure also that
Why does it have idea,
every
bro?
Maven
Like
project
this
will have. Under this Java folder, we need to create all our Java classes, and any property files or any other non-Java related files you can keep under the resources. And similarly for testing related files, you can keep under this test folder. Coming to this pom.xml file, like you can see inside this file only, we need to define all our project dependencies so that we can start using these libraries inside our Maven application. As of now, you can see the only dependency that our Maven application has is Java 17. Since we choose JDK 17 while creating this Maven project, the same is mentioned under the properties. Now, in order to define the dependencies, we can open a new XML tag with the name dependencies, and inside this dependencies tag, we can define any number of dependency. Each dependency we need to mention inside the tag dependency. Like you can see, this is how we need to define. Since we decided to create beans with the help of Spring Framework, we need to mention the dependencies related to the Spring Framework. But I don't know what is the group ID, what is the artifact ID that I need to mention here. For the same, we can go to the Maven repository website. So this is the Maven repository website. Here, you can simply search for Spring. Once you search for Spring, you'll get multiple results. Here, each dependency we need to mention inside the tag dependency. Like you can see, this is how we need to define. Since we decided to create beans with the help of Spring Framework, we need to mention the dependencies related to the Spring Framework. But I don't know what is the group ID, what is the artifact ID that I need to mention here. For the same, we can go to the Maven repository website. So this is the Maven repository website.
Oh yeah, MVM repository. I did use that for using to download like Apache stuff. Like what was it? Using like download some testing related stuff.
Right here, you can simply search for Spring. Once you
Search for Spring, he said.
search for Spring, you'll get multiple results. Here, the library that we need to choose is Spring Context. Like you can see, Spring Context provides access to configured objects like registry. It also inherits all the features like Spring Beans, internalization, event propagation from the Spring Core library. So instead of adding a basic library of Spring Core, we are going to add the library Spring Context, which has all the features that we need. So let me click on the Spring Context. Here on this page, you can see there are multiple versions. You can always choose the latest version. The latest version right now we have is 6.0.8. So let me click on that. And on this page, you can easily identify what 0.0.8.
Since this is red, I assume this is not like stable build. So like 7.0, but M9 would be nice. Wow. What is RC1? So 6.2 has like the most usage from what I've been seeing. Oh wait, these are already recent. We got 6.2.8, which is pretty popular as well. Okay, these are all pretty popular, like all like pretty. decent. So why don't I just do like 6.2.12?
So let me click on that, and on this
He's doing 6.0, bro. That's too old. Let's just do 6.2.11. That are like pretty high usage and also pretty good, I think. The September of 11th.
page, you can easily identify what is the group ID, artifact ID version that you need to mention inside your pond.xml. So let me copy these values. If you are using Gradle, you can also click on this Gradle option and select these values. But since we are using Maven, we should use these values. And one important point that I want to highlight here is, here you're seeing a version 6.0.8. But in future, you may see a more newer version. I'll always recommend to use the most recent versions. And I'll also make sure to regularly update all the code inside the GitHub repo based upon the latest versions of the Spring Framework. So it is not possible for me to re-record all the videos whenever a new version is released. That's why I'll make sure at least updating the code inside the GitHub repo every. So it is not possible for me to re-record on the issue, and I'll always recommend to use the most recent versions, and I'll also make sure to regularly update all the code inside the GitHub repo based upon the latest versions of.
Is that true? Is that true? Is that true, Prody? Is that true, Prody? How can I star this? Okay, starting this should be good enough. Example 1. XML. What is this latest version? It's used like 6.2.2, the latest thing.
Of the Spring Framework. So it is not possible for me to re-record all the videos whenever a new version is released. That's why I'll make sure at least updating the code inside the GitHub repo every quarter. But if there are any critical changes, then definitely I will re-record the video or I'll add a note inside the existing videos. So that's a quick note. Now let's go to the ID. Here I'm going to paste the group ID and artifact ID and the version number that I have copied. So let me save this file, and as soon as you save this file, you can see there is an option to load the Maven changes. If you click on this button, you can see in the down, my IntelliJ IDE is downloading all the libraries from the Maven central repository based upon the dependencies that I have defined. So we can also confirm the same by going to the project, and here there is an external libraries option. If you can open these external libraries, you can see based upon the dependency that I have defined here, my Maven downloaded all these libraries like AOP, context, core. So these are all the libraries that it has downloaded. If I can open the Spring Core library, inside this there is a jar, and I can right click on this and select the option open in Explorer. This will open the location where the jar is physically located. So this is the beauty that I was highlighting before. As soon as you define the dependency and load the Maven changes, all the jars that are needed for your web application will be downloaded into your local repository by the Maven build tool. And here you have a question like how my Maven knows about that this is the path that where it has to download. So for the same, if you can go to the Maven which we downloaded inside the C drive, we pasted under the Apache Maven 3.9.1. So inside this folder, there is a conf folder.
Let me see whether he has like the each like project like a big like update on the last one. Okay.
And inside this configuration folder, if you can open the settings.xml and look for the local repository, here you can see there is a note by default. Maven will use this path to store all your jars that are downloaded from the web. So user.home is a variable inside your operating system which points to your home folder. And inside this home folder, there is a .m2/repository folder will be created by the Maven. And inside that, it is going to download all the jars. For some reason, if you want to override this default behavior, you simply have to uncomment these lines and mention the path that you want to use under this local repository XML tag. I hope this is clear. With this, I'm assuming you're super clear about how to create a Maven project with the help of ID. And sometimes you may want to import an existing Maven application. Like you can see here, I'm giving all these Maven applications to you through GitHub repo. There's a good chance you don't want to create from scratch. Instead, you want to import my Maven applications into your IntelliJ IDE and start making changes on them. So for such scenarios, first you need to download all these Maven projects by using this code option and click on this download zip. If you are
why would anybody want to like copy a shit? Like how will you learn then, bro? Like what?
familiar with
the
GitHub, go ahead and
videos
download the
up
repository, which will
anyways.
bring all these projects into your local system, and you can follow the same import steps. But here I'm just clicking on this download zip. This will download all the projects into my local system. Now let me go to the download folder. As of now, you can see it is in .zip format. Let me extract this .zip into the same location. Now the extraction process is completed. Like you can see under this Spring main folder, I have all the examples that I have downloaded from the GitHub repo. Now we want to learn how to import the existing Maven applications into our IDE. So this is going to be super easy. For the same, you can click on this Maven tab that you have, and there is a plus icon. And here it will ask you where the Maven project is available. So it is available under C, users, Madan, and under Madan, there is a folder called downloads. So this is the downloads folder, and if you can open inside this, there is Spring main, and we want to import the example 2. So as soon as I click OK, it is asking me whether I trust this project. So I'm trusting this project. With that, you can see the example 2 Maven project also imported into our existing workspace. So this is going to be super.
Bro, the fuck, bro? Man, of course it happens when I'm like trying to study, bro. The light just went away, bro. Fuck, man. Fuck, my light just got cooked. Of course on Diwali they would take away that light, bro. Cannot study anymore for now.